Next, another example. Write a program to get the path dot path. Okay, it is providing the path variable values.
Oh, that means environmental variable paths or system
Yeah,
variable paths.
environment variables. That means the system variables, like similar to Python related paths.
Okay.
We write a program to get the size of an object. Now I'm taking as x equal to 20 and y equal to 2.3 and z equal to string object. Print of sys dot get size of object x. Print of sys dot get size of y. Sys dot get size of z. Okay, 28 bytes, 24 bytes, and 53. In Python, maximum integer to store 28 bytes, up to 28 bytes. Floating point 24 bytes and a string of 53 bytes. Completed. Write a program to get the object reference count. Now I'm taking as a class. Now I'm defining one method. Now I'm creating a one class object t1 equal to test class. Now I want to find the reference count. How to find the reference count? Print of sys dot get a reference count of t1. Next one t2 equal to t1. Again I am finding the reference count. T3 equal to T2. Next one DEL T3 T2. Yeah, already we were discussing get reference count method. Whenever control will go to this statement, internally one object is created. T1 equal to test class. Now T1 is a referencing to this particular object. Now initially every object having internally one reference. That reference is nothing but a self. Totally here how many references are there? How many references? T1 is a one reference. Internally self is another reference. Totally two references are there. Now T2 equal to T1 means here I am not creating new object. Simply T1 address is assigning to T2. That means T2 is also referencing to this particular object. Now how many references? Three references. T3 equal to T2. Already T2 contain T1 address. Same T3 also referencing to this object. Now totally how many references? 4. Next one delete T3. I am deleting this reference. Now how many references? 3 references. Delete T2. How many references? 2 references. That is the output.
So at first, I mean, when we create T1 is called test, that is the only reference, right, sir? How can we get this to number two?
Internally, one default parameter is there. Internally, one default reference. Self is a one default reference. Already we were discussing what is the self. Self is a one reference variable internally.
Yeah, it's a current class object.
Yeah. Now current class object, this is a current class object. Okay.
Okay.
Now self is a referencing to this object and a T1 is also referencing to this object.
Okay, that's why the count is 2.
Yeah, two.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
Completed. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. We're working with exit function. Okay, observing very clearly. Now I'm taken as a I value initially 0, while infinite loop I am taking. Next one, print I. After that one, I value is double equal to 3. I am using break I plus equal to 1. Now print by statement. Now observing very clearly, initially I value is 0. This is a infinite loop. Whenever control reach the break statement, then immediately control will go to outside the loop. Outside the loop means by statement is executed. Okay. For suppose here I am using exit function. Observing very clearly, whenever control go to this statement, our program execution will be terminated. Don't printing by statement. Previously, that is a break. Whenever control reach the break statement, then immediately control will go to outside the loop. But this is a exit. Once control reach the exit, then immediately our program execution will be terminated. Next one more exit function is available. Dot this dot exit function. Now observing very clearly differences. Now I am executing this program. Okay, here there is no difference. Okay, without exit function and with exit function. sys.exit function and normal exit function. Here we cannot identify any differences. Now observing very clearly, normal exit statement. Okay, that is the reference. Okay, one notification will be displayed. That means one pop-up window alert message will be displaying. Your program is still running. Do you want to kill it? Then only stop the execution. Okay. Next one, command line arguments. Whenever we are passing the, whenever we are passing the arguments to the, whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file, whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file through the command at runtime, through the command prompt, whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file at runtime through the command prompt, type of arguments are called command line arguments. Whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file at runtime through the command prompt, the type of arguments are called command line arguments. We can implement the command line arguments in Python by using argv variable of sysmodel. Argv variable of sysmodel. That is one variable argv. The argv variable return the output as list object. By default, every command line argument every command line argument will be treated as string object. Next one, in Python, by default, our file is a post command line argument. Write a program to print the line arguments. To print the command line arguments. Okay. Now observing very clearly, print of sys.argv. Okay, command line arguments means whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file at runtime through the command prompt. Now, like this is a command prompt terminal. In our Windows, we are calling as a CMD. How to run the Python file? By using one command, Python space our file name. What is our file name? Demo.py. Okay. Whenever we are passing the arguments to the Python file, this is my Python file. Now I want to passing the arguments to this particular Python file at runtime. This is the runtime of the Python file. Okay. Okay. Through the command prompt, here we are passing the command prompt arguments. I3, 2.3, 4J, false. This type of arguments are called command and arguments. This type of arguments are called command line arguments. Argv variable to give the output as a list format. Next one, by default, each and every argument will be treated as a string objects. Next one, our file name is also act as a which one? Post command line argument. Now observing very clearly. Okay. These are the command line arguments. This is also first command line argument. Argv variable to give the output as a which format? List format. We are passing any type of argument. By default, that argument will be treated as a which format? String formats. Okay, whenever we are passing the arguments, these are the arguments to this Python file at runtime through the command prompt. Okay, through the command prompt, how to run the Python file. This is the command Python space file name .py. At that time, we are passing some arguments. That arguments we are calling as a command line arguments. If you want to display the command line arguments by using argv variable. Argv variable to give the output as a list format. In Python by default, our file name is also act as a post command line argument. Next one, through the command prompt, we can pass any type of value. By default, that value taken as a string format. Okay, internally, argv variable contains a list of command arguments. Our user specified command arguments always starting from post indexing. Zero indexing always representing our file name. Our user specified command argument starts with the post indexing onwards. Next, another example. A program perform the addition of two numbers. Okay, observing very clearly. Here a equal to sys dot argv of I want to take the post input value. Our user specified post input value index value is 1. Second input value is 2. Third input value is 3. Zero indexing always representing file name. Okay, we can pass any value. That value treated as a which format? String format. Now that string format is converting into my requirement is integer. Second one of this dot argv of okay. Next one print of the sum of okay. Percentage of a comma b and a plus b. Okay, now I am passing these two arguments. This argument index value is 1. This argument index value is 2. Zero indexing always representing 5. Okay, 1 indexing means 4, 2 indexing means 5. Now observing very clearly, by default we can pass any value. That value taken as a which formats? String formats. That's why that string format data is converting into which format? Integer. That integer value will be storing into a variable. take the second argument value. That argument value is converting into integer. Next one, that value will be storing into B. Now I want to perform in the A plus B. Now the result is 9. Next one, packages. Generally, a package is a folder or directory. Contains files 0 or more files. Files means we can store any kind of files, like as a text files, okay, PDF files or images or everything. In generally, a package is a folder or directory. It contains 0 or more files. Coming to the Python terminology, package is a folder or a directory which contains one or more Python modules. Okay, package is nothing but a collection of Python modules. Python is a in Python package is a collection of modules. In Python, a package is a folder or directory which contains one or more Python modules.
Each file is act as one module, right?
Next one, we can treat any package as a Python package. That package should contain under init file. And that's why clearly I am specifying one or more. That means at least one Python file is required. Minimum this file is required. Then only our interpreter to recognizing that is a Python package. Sometimes a package inside another package is there available. Sometimes a package inside another package is available. That package is called package. Sometimes we can creating a folder inside another folders. That folder is nothing but a sub package. You can treat that sub package as a Python sub package. We can treat that sub package as a Python sub package. That sub package also should contains under init under.py file. Okay, just we are creating a one init file. Okay, observing very clearly, these are all built-in packages. We are open any built-in package, internally one file is available under init.py file. Okay, init file, init file. Init file. Init file. Init file. Next one, this is a SQL83. Inside the SQL83, one more folder is there. Now this is nothing but a sub package. In that sub package also, init file is there. In that one, this is a PyCache folder. Already we were discussing PyCache folder. In that folder also, that is a empty file because whenever we can executing, then only which files we are storing, .py files are storing. Next one, take a enter. Init file is there. Here also init file is there. Here also init file is there. In Python terminology, our Python interpreter to recognizing that package is a Python package. Compulsory that package contain one file. That file is nothing but a dunder init file. Okay. These are all built-in packages. If you want to create your own package, simply we can create a one folder. Inside that folder, we are creating one empty file that is called init file. Now your package is ready. After that one, we are adding some Python modules. You're observing very clearly, this is my one package. That package name I'm taking as a sample. One folder name I'm taking. In that one, I am creating some Python modules, addition.py, subtraction.py, under init.py. Next one, inside that folder, I am creating one more folder. My folder name I'm taking as a test. Here I'm creating multiplication.py under init.py. Okay, observing very clearly, this is a folder inside another folder I am creating. Now this is nothing but one Python package. Inside that package, I am creating one more package. This is nothing but a sub package. Now observing very clearly, Now this package is nothing but a which package? Main package. Now this package is nothing but a which one? Sub package. Okay. So write this one.
Sorry, sir. Actually, I lost my internet in between.
Yeah.
So that dunder init.py is just something like an identification or an identity to show as it's a package or something like that.
Yeah, the Python interpreter easily to recognizing this package. This folder is nothing but a Python package. Okay, our interpreter will be treated first to go to that location. In that location, init file is available or not available. Okay, next class we will starting example by using package how to create our own packages and how to access the data from that package to outside that package. After that, we will starting multi-threading.